So you see, you cannot satisfy them exactly from the heart. But what you can do is you can be fair in regards to your money and your time. So fair in regards to the money and time means what? Does it mean to give each one of them half exactly? No. If one sister, she has 3 children, and the other one, she has 1 child, do you give to them exactly the same? No, you don't. You give it to them according to ratio. Secondly, if one sister, like Sauda, radiallahu anha, she was an old woman, married to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? What did she do? Out of her love for the Prophet ﷺ and her loving for her sister, what she loved for herself, what did she do? She gave to Aisha radiallahu anha her days. She said, Ya Rasulullah, Aisha is a young woman and she requires more time than me. So, O Rasulullah ﷺ, please, I give to her one of my days. Subhanallah. This is showing what wisdom? That from woman to woman, from situation to situation, there's a different application. But who is the judge of that? The woman herself? No, it's the man. He is qawamun. On him is the responsibility of that judgment. Now, if he's unfair, the Prophet ﷺ said what? The man who is unfair between his wives, what did the Prophet ﷺ say? He would come on Yawm al-Qiyamah with what? One side hanging down. So when he goes over the Sirat, if he have one side hanging down, what will happen? He will fall off the bridge. He will be unbalanced because he was unfair. He was unbalanced in this life, he will be unbalanced in the hereafter. But whose job is it to be qawam? The man. Not for the woman to tell him, you're not being fair, you're not being just, or so and so, so and so. No, she can say to him, brother, please be careful about the time. Brother, be careful about the rights. Brother, it's not fair for you to come in the house at 11 o'clock at night. This is my night. So look to the fiqh, sisters, and know your rights, but also at the same token, be fair. No Muslim government can set a standard for polygamy, if this is part of the question. There is no barometer to say whether a brother has the right to take another wife. This is a choice he can make. You have the imam, you have his family, and you have his own determination. No one can say to him, you don't make enough money. No one can say to him, your occupation doesn't provide you. Nobody can say to him, your condition doesn't warrant it. And the sister cannot say to him, you do not have enough money, you don't have enough time, you don't have enough so-and-so for me, how can you take another wife? That's not for her to say. This is the judgment Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He gave to the man himself, but the man should take into consideration his situation. And maybe a question will come, should the man consult his wife before he takes another wife? Yes, that's mustahaba for him to do. But is it wajib? No. Is it binding? No. Absolutely not. He doesn't have to ask her permission, nor does he have to tell her he will do it. But should he? Yes. He should. He should consult her, because it's a matter of respecting her feelings. If he's wise, he will do so. But there's nothing to say he must. Sister says, does your husband have to ask your permission? Oh, subhanAllah, look at that. Wallahi, sister, I didn't know this was what I was holding in my hand. I answered that question already. Does your husband have to ask your permission if he wants to marry the second or the third? No, he doesn't, but he should. Because you are part of him. You are part of him. He should consult you. How he spends the money. How he spends his time. What decisions he's going to make in his life. He should talk to you about it. But sister, if you are threatening him all the time, you better not. I hear you talking with them brothers who got another wife. If you do it, I'll do this, I will do that. I will throw your clothes out. I will take you to the court. I will blah, 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 blah. And then you want him to come and talk to you about it? What is it? Is it haram? Why is it haram to pluck the eyebrows? Because the Prophet ﷺ said it is haram. Doesn't it say in the Quran that if you just tidy them, that it is okay? No, no, sister, look. you can prepare yourself for your husband, but the plucking of the eyebrows is not for your husband. This is a culture from the kuffar, so the women appear when they go outside better than they are inside. Even let me go a little further, sisters. Sister, you can prepare yourself. You can wear real nice. You can put on all. You can go get what is that lady? They call it Victoria's Secret or whatever. You can go and get all of that. Make yourself real nice and looking real passionate and exotic and everything for your husband. So when he comes home, he just wants to drop everything. You can do that. You can burn the candles, sister. You can put the silk sheets, and you can cook the food and make an exotic. You can even belly dance, whatever you want to do for your husband. But sister, if you are getting yourself ready and going outside and putting your, like that, and fixing your kima and everything, looking in the mirror and everything, who are you doing that for? Not for your husband, sister. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah cursed the women who are fully dressed but they are naked. They are fully dressed but they are naked. How is that? That means they got on all the clothes, but the way they talk, the way they walk, they're wearing certain such, they pluck their eyebrows, they do this, they do that. For whom? For other men to see them. No, sisters, prepare yourself any way you like for your husband and spend your time to do that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless you for that. If the Prophet ﷺ said don't pluck the eyebrows, don't pluck the eyebrows. And don't try to find a way around that because you want to pluck your eyebrows. Don't do it. What obligation do we have towards those sisters who do not cover in an Islamic way? Let their brothers and let their fathers and let their guardians or the imam advise them, or let other sisters advise them, and don't speak bad about them. And the sisters who see sisters who are not dressed properly, find a nice way. Maybe you invite that sister to your home. Don't talk about her clothes. Don't say to her in the masjid, oh sister, why you dressed like that? You know so and so, but sister, why you don't come to my house? I got some clothes for you. It's not the way. Don't say anything to her. Be nice to her. Don't even mention an issue to her. Invite her to your house. Invite that sister to your house. And in your house, show her films of other sisters. Invite her with other sisters. She will see how they're dressing. She will see how you're dressing. And then you might say to her, sister, do you need an overgarment? Sister, do you need a khimar? Sister, do you need this? Sister, do you need that? And you advise her. If she begins to like you, what will she do? She will begin to modify herself sometimes from the advice. So be patient with those sisters because they are Muslim sisters. Don't run them away. Because if you run them away, where will they be? They will be with the kuffar. So don't do that, inshallah. Be patient. Somebody said, is it true that if a husband wants to take a second wife, he doesn't have to inform his first wife? If this is true, isn't this a form of deception? No, this is not a form of deception. I said, and I just reiterate myself again, it is good, mustahaba, recommended for the man to discuss this matter. Not only the issue of a second wife, but how he spends his money, how he spends his time, what his major decisions are going to be. He wants to go, he wants to travel to Hajj. He wants to go to a class. Anything he should do, he should make istikhara. He should talk to his wife about it. But doesn't mean that it's wajib on him. Doesn't mean it's fard on him. Doesn't mean he has to. And sister, if you make yourself open-minded towards what Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the chances are your husband will discuss everything with you. But sister, as I mentioned, if you are talking very bad and cursing and threatening and rebelling, do you think that your husband will announce to you what he will do so you can set a trap for him? No. So sister, think about this. Fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and have also husn al-dhan. Think the best thing. Don't think the worst thing. Don't preoccupy yourself about what you think your husband will do. This is his right. This is his decision. You take care of your rights and you take care of your decision. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you the best, inshaAllah.